Hello, hello, this is Christina Waschko and you're watching Motherpreneur TV. Information, inspiration and entertainment from mothers to mothers so we can do what we always wanted to do. And I'm wondering, have you ever thought about or fantasized about working together with your husband or your life partner 24/7 in your own business? If you say yes, this episode is for you. And if you say no, actually this episode is for you too, because it is very revealing, really honest and quite entertaining. My guest today is the amazing, fun and fabulous Harjit. Harjit made her husband's dream become her dream. Together they own and run City Blends Coffee and Tea House in Mission, which is about 56 kilometers east of Vancouver. They have one daughter, 9. And I don't know if I told you, I used to own my own coffee shop. So from the business side and from the organization point of view, I was really curious to find out how she did it. I did it without my husband. I still have 3 children. Let's hear it from Harjit, what she has to say about working together with her husband 24/7 and how to divide herself into 3. Enjoy. Okay, here we go. We're going to visit now Sajit and Harjit. Hey guys, thank you so much. Hey.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. This is Sajit and this is Sajit. Thank you so much guys for having me.
No problem. You're most welcome.
These are regular for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Hello sir, how are you?
Good, how about you?
Thank you. Could you tell me, why do you love coming here?
Oh, the service is great, the people, and they make a real mean mocha.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But let me ask you something right now. How do you keep your romance alive? The romance, come on, how do you keep the fire, the spark?
No. You tell her.
She's asking you.
We have no romance.
Can you say that again, what you just said? I don't have time for it. We don't
We don't have time for it.
What is it you don't have time for?
Romance.
So, now before we talk business, or not so much business actually, but I want to hear the nitty bitty gritty thing about how does it take and how enjoyable is it to work with your husband?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Oh my goodness. It's interesting. It can be pretty intense. Pretty intense.
We're doing something.
Has this ever been your dream? Not to work with your husband, but to work to own your own business?
This totally was not my dream at all. It was 100% my husband's dream, but it just became my dream.
Right. Because, so he started.
He
started, yeah. And you just tagged along, and you said, yeah, let me just do it, or
Yeah, well, no, actually, it was his dream. He wanted to do this, so he left his job when we bought this place. I mean, throughout the process of even buying, I was with him. We decided, and it was both our decisions that I wasn't going to be here. I would have my job. I was going to be staying there, and then I just enjoyed it so much. I just really liked this atmosphere, and when it came time for me to go back to work, I decided I didn't want to.
so your daughter, she is 9.
9.
So how do you fit in being a mother, a businesswoman, and a wife in 24 hours for 9 years? You know, how do you do that?
It's really hard. I can't say I excel at it. I'm not like a great mother. I can't say that I'm not a great, like it's
No, of course you are.
It's hard. It's a lot of work, right? And you still feel like you always feel like I don't do enough for her, right? You know, or
Do you have household help or
No.
care girl or anybody?
no, we do it. Well, I mean, we're hardly ever home anyways, right? So I do my power. I call it power cleaning. So you know, every couple of days I'll go home and just like it'll be just me, and I just like 2 hours. And I just clean.
Excuse me, did you hear this? Power clean. I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
power
it's power
clean.
cleaning.
Power clean. Good
Yeah,
one.
so, but and there's only the three of us anyway, so I mean, you know, and she's really good. My husband's really good, tidy. So we don't. It's not a major issue because we are pretty much here like all day, like 10 to 12 hours a day.
Because I used to own my own coffee shop and I know how difficult it is to, my God, to define yourself and having time for your children. And how do you get over that feeling of, man, I feel guilty? Yeah, I do.
You don't get over it. You always feel guilty. You always feel like, you know, it is a struggle. Like you always feel like, you know, but then I can't stay home. I realized that a long time ago. I cannot stay home.
So you're not a typical stay-at-home mom?
No, if I wasn't working here or if we didn't have the coffee shop, any second I probably wouldn't be home anyways. I'd be out and about doing something.
Right.
We're both like that. Both.
Richard Branson, he says he has a great relationship to and with his children, and I believe him. And he is the quintessential example of you can be a successful businessman or a businesswoman and have a fabulous relationship with your children. Do you believe that?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And your kids learn from it. Like our daughter, she's learned so much. She's grown up with a different insight. Like the stuff that comes out of her mouth, right? Like
Give me an example.
and which I would never have because I was brought up in parents that worked, right? Many things. Well, the latest is she says to me, she says, Mom, like, 'cause we were saying, we need a girl to help us out, we need another part-time help. So we talked about it, not knowing that she's listening, and she's lined up somebody for us at school.
Good for you!
Yeah, we get a phone call, and it was like, Sad answers the phone. This girl goes, yeah, I'm friends with your daughter, Chloe, and I'm looking for a job, and she said to phone the coffee shop.
Enterprising young lady. Good one.
Totally, yeah.
You know, motherpreneur is all, for me, a motherpreneur is not so much a woman doing her own business, but really is doing what she always wanted to do and is living well because of it. And even you said it has never been your dream to open a coffee shop, but you grew into it and you said you started to love it.
Oh, I love it. I totally love it.
So you are the motherpreneur then, because we also, I see us mothers not to allow our children to be our excuse, but to be our inspiration.
Yeah.
So you see yourself as you
Well,
can
yes.
inspire your daughter.
Totally. And it's there's nothing wrong with her seeing how hard we work too, right? Like she should know, right? We do work quite hard, but then we also get the rewards from it too, right? It's like if we worked a 9-to-5 job, there's no way she's sitting over there. She's not going to come to my job. She's not going to be able to. I can't, and if she's not well, I can take it off. It's okay. There's perks of being self-employed as well, right? Mm-hmm. You make your own schedule, and there's times when it's hard too. When your staff doesn't show up, or
yes,
right?
Yes,
But overall,
yeah.
right?
If there's some mothers out there who are thinking, contemplating, not quite sure, should I work with him? What would be your advice?
That's a hard one. I would my first reaction is don't do it. Right? It's really hard. It's a struggle. Like we've had a lot of fights. A lot of fights.
Is it because you're so 24/7?
24/7, you go home, and you know what? The major thing is it's not being together 24/7. That's fine. It's all you think about is the coffee shop. Right. Also, when you get home, that's all you talk about. If you have separate jobs, you'll come home and say, "Oh, this is what happened at work." Well, we work together, so then we're carrying that conversation home. It's really, and anybody who says you can leave it at the door, you can't leave it at the door. There's just no.
So, but then, coming back to the question, would you recommend it to work with your husband, or looking back, would you do it again?
I would do it again. I would totally do it again.
Yes, he's listening. Said you're listening, aren't you? Yeah.
My first reaction is no, but no, actually, looking back, we've done well in this meeting.
Perfect teamwork then.
Oh,
Perfect
yeah, we
team.
do have
He is the brain and you are the doer.
The beauty.
Nice. The beauty. Yes, good Come on.
And he's willing to, like, he does a lot of the work for that, so.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Awesome. So if you can give advice to women, to mothers who want to work with their husbands, what would be the advice be? What can you give us on our way?
You know what, it's really hard to give advice, you know, we're still growing as a couple as well, and as business owners, and there's new obstacles, and every time, I'll tell you, I don't learn my lesson, like, it's not like, you know what I mean, like, you learn from this, and then, okay, you remember, you don't remember at that moment. Just, all I can say is a real struggle, if you have children, especially, like, we have one child, and we have a lot of family support as well, and one of us can go home, and, you know, it's good like that, but if you have 2 or 3 children, you have them in this or that, I don't recommend it. You'd be running around like crazy, right?
Do you think your relationship with your husband is stronger now than it was at the beginning because you're doing this together? Or do you think, sorry.
Our relationship, I would say it is stronger now. Definitely. It's fun. We have so much fun here. Like, we just joke seriously all day long. And our customers are awesome. We have like loyal customers who've known us now since we've opened. And it's like a party all the time.
Like
literally.
it. Party,
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like, you know, you wait for your regulars to come in and you know what's going on, and they're not your customers anymore. They're your friends. It's like, honestly, this is awesome. It's like you don't feel like you're working. You're going and you're socializing every day.
Perfect. I like that. Yeah.
Every single day.
To me, it felt the same.
Yeah.
These
And
are my.
love it.
If you could give a tip or 2 tips to us mothers with a big dream, what would be your advice be?
My advice would be, like, you live once. Just do it. If you want to do it, do it. You know, there's always going to be obstacles, but if you make that an excuse, you're never going to do it. You're going to regret it.
So, until we hear it again, if we have a dream, we just should go for it.
Go for it.
We should go for it.
You live once. You should do it.
With or without the husband.
Yeah, well, you know what? Honestly, if you are going to do something like this and you're married, you cannot do it without support of your husband.
Right.
You cannot. If you end up doing that and you don't have full support, you'll be divorced within a year.
If you're talking now about a coffee shop, running a
Yeah.
coffee shop or hospitality.
Yeah, it takes both people.
Yeah.
It honestly takes the couple. If you're going in it as a couple, whether or not one's there all the time or not, no. When you own your own business, you're 24/7. You have to be, and you need 100% support from your family and your husband, for sure.
Awesome. No, I thank you so much for sharing that. How do you how do you relax? What do you do? When you go on holidays, do you hang out with him again?
No, actually, you know what? We have not gone on a holiday together. We went. I go on holidays. He doesn't. He never really has. No.
What is Superman? How nice is that?
Yeah, and if I want to go, he's like, go. Like, I'm going next week or the week after. I'll be going to Edmonton, and he prefers to stay here. So
Absence makes the heart grow
yes,
fonder.
definitely. What we do is we go to Victoria, right? Like, we'll do that. Like,
Yeah.
we'll go, or Robson, go down to Vancouver, rent a hotel for like, the weekend. We do stuff like that.
So this is how you keep the romance alive.
Yes.
And
Shopping.
Hey.
And pretty much every weekend we go see a movie. Like, every weekend without fail. If it's not on Saturday, then on Sunday we go watch a Bollywood movie every weekend.
Bollywood
A Bollywood movie.
I'm sure it's awesome. I've never watched one.
Yo, you got it. It's awesome. It's so far from reality that it's so nice, right? That's how you relax, right? Go every week.
Do you have, and be honest here now, do you have your Wonder Woman cape in the closet hanging at home?
No, I don't. Oh my goodness, no, I don't. It is.
What would make your life perfect? Perfect in the sense that it would make it easier without dividing.
Oh, $1
yourself.
million would make it perfect.
Oh, okay. What would you do with $1 million?
What would I do? I would pay everything off.
Okay.
That's it, and then be mortgage free, and that's it. That's my goal. Yeah.
Now we heard it. Ladies, stick to your man. Together you can conquer the coffee word or any other kind of word.
Yeah. Anything.
Harjit, thank you so much. I do appreciate your time and your honesty and your enthusiasm and your insight, and yeah, you're fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you
It was
so
a
much.
pleasure having you here. It was
Awesome.
lots of fun.
Thank you. If you ever happen to be in Mission, come and visit City Blends Coffee and Tea House. Yeah. What do you think? It's quite interesting, isn't it? Now, would this be your cup of coffee to work together with your husband or your life partner 24/7? Please let me know. Or are you actually working together with your partner in the same business? You can leave us the comments below the YouTube video, or you go to my website at christinawaschko.com and click on the blog. There you can read everything about the coffee shop, about Harjit and Sajit, plus you can leave us the comments there. And you know what's coming next? If you like this, please share it with your friends, especially with the women and mothers in your life. Subscribe. And with this, I will leave you. It's another wrap for this week. I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the time. I look forward to seeing you again next week. And until I do, please remember, we are more than just mothers. We are an inspiration to ourselves, to our family, and to the world.